Have you ever felt anger, resentment, or revenge towards someone who wronged you? Have you ever wanted to take revenge on them or make them suffer as much as they made you suffer? Have you spent time and energy plotting revenge or fantasizing about how you would humiliate or hurt them? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you are not alone. Each of us in life has enemies or people whom we perceive as enemies. These could be our rivals, competitors, critics, haters, or even friends or family members who have betrayed or wronged us. But what if there was a better way to deal with your enemies? A way in which there is no struggle, violence, or aggression, but rather wisdom, virtue, and self-control. A way that not only helps you surpass your enemies, but also transforms you into a better person. A person who is free from negative emotions and lives in harmony with himself, with other people, and with nature. Be sure to watch this video until the end, and you will learn 7 ways that will help you surpass your enemies without even a fight. Also, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next valuable video. Let's start. First, realize that your enemy is not an enemy but a teacher. In seeking to understand how to defeat opponents without resorting to physical conflict, the first principle is to recognize that your enemy serves as a powerful teacher in the classroom of life. Instead of seeing him as a malevolent force, see the enemy as a catalyst for growth, challenging your capabilities, exposing your weaknesses, and highlighting your vices. Your enemy becomes a mirror, reflecting areas in which you need to improve. According to Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, the best way to take revenge is not to become like the offender. This profound statement emphasizes the importance of overcoming hostility and cultivating virtues in response to adversity. An obstacle to action promotes action. What stands in the way becomes the road, Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated. This perspective encourages you to turn obstacles into opportunities, using difficulties as stepping stones toward personal and moral development. Instead of giving in to anger or resentment, embrace the challenges your enemy creates as a means to develop resilience, perseverance, and wisdom. Additionally, Marcus Aurelius encourages self-examination, advising, whenever you are about to find a fault in someone, ask yourself the question, what fault of mine is most similar to the one I'm about to criticize? This approach forces you to acknowledge your shortcomings before making judgments about others. This fosters humility and empathy. So instead of harboring hatred or revenge against your enemy, consider expressing gratitude for the valuable lessons he teaches. Be kind, wish them well, and explore the possibility of reconciliation. Shift your focus from seeing the enemy as a threat to accepting him as a unique gift, a blessing that propels you towards self-discovery and personal development. By adopting this way of thinking, you will not only neutralize the negative influence of your enemy, but also rise to a higher level of understanding and compassion. Second, understand that your enemy is not the cause of your suffering, but your judgment. It is important to understand that your opponent is not the root cause of your suffering. It is actually your own judgments that have this power. Your enemy does not cause you direct anger, sadness, or fear. Rather, it is your interpretation of his actions. Your thought processes and your reactions shape your emotional responses. Your enemy thus functions as a mirror, reflecting the inner landscape of your mind and emotions. It illuminates areas where your judgment is skewed, where irrationality and emotional reactivity are driving your thoughts. In this context, your adversary serves as a catalyst, exposing patterns of unrealistic expectations and highlighting the deep-seated attachments and aversions you feel to external circumstances. People are not bothered by events, but by their judgments about them. This fundamental idea refutes the idea that external events have an innate ability to disturb a person's peace of mind. Instead, The emotional response is determined by the lens through which these events are interpreted. People are not bothered by things, but by the views they take on them. Epictetus emphasized that this declaration underscores the emphasis of Stoic philosophy on the internal realm, urging people to recognize that their perceptions and interpretations play a key role in determining their emotional state. By understanding that your enemy is not the only instigator of your worries, but rather the catalyst of your own judgments, you have the opportunity to change your reactions and cultivate emotional resilience. Moreover, Epictetus urges people to remember that insults do not inherently hurt them. On the contrary, it is the interpretation and condemnation of these actions that leads to feelings of insult. This requires a profound shift in perspective, from attributing blame to the outside world to taking responsibility for one's own interpretations and emotional reactions. Instead of directing blame, complaints, or resentment at your enemy, embark on a transformative journey of self-reflection. Challenge your assumptions, scrutinize your judgments, and try to change your perspective. Instead of seeing your enemy as a source of pain, suffering, or fear, recognize it as a catalyst for deep self-awareness, wisdom, joy, and courage. In such a paradigm, your enemy becomes an unwitting guide, leading you along the path of inner freedom and detachment from circumstances beyond your control. By recognizing that your judgment is the key to your emotional state, you will give yourself the opportunity to free yourself from the shackles of suffering and embrace the profound liberation that comes with a change in perspective. Third, understand them. The main strategy for neutralizing the enemy without resorting to physical conflict is to delve into the realm of understanding. To do this, you need to understand the reasons why they became your opponent, discern their desires, and unravel the intricacies of their thought processes. The main thing is to perceive them as they really are, and not through the prism of imagination or preconceived notions. By deeply understanding your enemy, you are able to approach potential conflicts intelligently. This understanding will allow you to preempt their actions, exploit their vulnerabilities, and avoid unnecessary confrontations. Moreover, insight into their mentality allows you to reveal their humanity, see their imperfections, vulnerabilities, and internal struggles. This understanding breaks down the simplistic idea that they are inherently evil, turning them into people who may be more misguided than malicious, flawed rather than monstrous, and fundamentally like you rather than different. Understanding your enemy also allows you to look into the mirror of your own psyche. It reveals your anger triggers, threats to your ego, and challenges to your values. By carefully examining your reactions and motives, you embark on a journey of self-discovery. This introspective process gives you the opportunity to learn from your mistakes, improve your character, and develop wisdom within yourself. Seneca, the revered Stoic philosopher, succinctly articulated this transformative approach. The best way to defeat an enemy is to make him a friend. This aphorism goes beyond the conventional understanding of defeating an enemy by powerfully challenging people to explore the transformative power of turning an enemy into an ally. Such a transformation is not just an external shift, but an internal metamorphosis that requires a deep understanding of the motives and perspectives of both sides. By understanding your enemy, you can understand yourself. You will be able to see what triggers your anger, what threatens your ego, and what challenges your values. You can analyze your own motives, actions, and consequences. You can learn from your mistakes, improve your character, and develop your wisdom. 4. Ignore them. In the intricate tapestry of eliminating animosity without physical combat, a fourth powerful strategy is the art of willful ignorance. This involves a conscious decision to divert attention from the enemy, choosing not to notice his words, actions, or presence. This approach involves treating the enemy as if he is invisible or below your attention. Ignoring an opponent serves as a formidable, depriving tactic that often accompanies provocation, harm, or influence. By showing indifference to their attempts to disrupt the order, you make it clear that they have no influence on your emotions, actions, and well-being. This not only deprives them of the expected response, but also makes it clear that their efforts are futile and inappropriate. Moreover, deliberately ignoring your enemy allows you to redirect your attention to what is truly important in your life. By ignoring the distractions they may create, you can focus your energy on activities that bring you joy, align with your goals, and promote personal growth. This conscious shift will allow you to overcome the negativity associated with conflict and invest your time and effort in activities that enrich your life. The most important aspect of this strategy is living in the present moment. By ignoring your enemy, you create the mental and emotional space to appreciate the positive things in your life, cultivating a mindset of gratitude. This, in turn, allows you to prepare for the future with a clear and stress-free perspective. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy, said the Stoic Marcus Aurelius, embodying the essence of this approach. This saying encourages one to break out of the cycle of retaliation and negativity by calling one to rise above the impulse to mirror the actions of one's opponents. By choosing the path of non-interference and willful ignorance, you not only protect yourself from the corrosive effects of hostility, but also embody the highest form of resilience and wisdom. By ignoring your enemy, you can focus on what is important to you, what brings you joy and makes you a better person. You can achieve your goals, cultivate virtues, and enjoy life. You can live in the present, appreciate the good, and prepare for the future. Fifth, forgive them. In the profound journey of disarming the enemy without resorting to physical combat, the fifth transformative strategy involves the formidable power of forgiveness. This act involves letting go of grievances, letting go of them, and giving up any lingering desires for revenge. This is an elevation of consciousness, which involves accepting the reality of what happened, understanding the underlying causes, and, ultimately, moving beyond the shackles of past grievances. Forgiving an enemy means freeing yourself from the burden of hatred, neutralizing the poison of anger, and freeing your spirit from bitterness. This is a process that not only heals the wounds caused by hostility, but also helps restore inner peace, allowing you to regain emotional and mental balance. Moreover, forgiveness opens the door to the possibility of reconciliation, cooperation, or even unexpected friendships. When you decide to forgive, you embark on a journey of personal empowerment. This transformative act is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your strength, generosity, and nobility. It demonstrates that you are not a slave to your emotions, but a master of the mind, capable of overcoming the primal desire for retribution. It demonstrates that you are not a victim captured by circumstances, but a conscious creator of your destiny, choosing the path of healing and growth. Epictetus, the revered Stoic teacher, expressed the essence of forgiveness in his profound words. Forgiveness is better than revenge, because forgiveness is a sign of a gentle nature, and revenge is a sign of a wild nature. This wisdom emphasizes the transformative power of forgiveness, highlighting it as a manifestation of a gentle and enlightened character. Choosing forgiveness over revenge is not just a tactical decision, but a reflection of the inner strength that arises when overcoming base instincts and accepting higher virtues, compassion, and understanding. By forgiving your enemy, you also demonstrate your strength, generosity, and nobility. You can show that you are not a slave to your emotions, but a master of your mind. You can show that you are not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of your destiny. Sixth, outsmart them in the complex dance of eliminating enmity without resorting to physical confrontation. The sixth strategic path is the art of outwitting the enemy. It involves using your intelligence, creativity, and strategic sense to navigate the complexities of conflict and emerge victorious through brain power and ingenuity. Outperforming your opponent is a testament to the foresight that allows you to avoid unnecessary risks, overcome formidable obstacles, and achieve results that meet your goals. This strategic approach not only protects you from potential pitfalls, but also positions you as a master of the chessboard, subtly anticipating moves and counter-moves. Additionally, the element of surprise, confusion, or admiration that accompanies outflanking an opponent can inspire respect, admiration, or even awe. Demonstrating intellectual prowess in the face of adversity serves as a demonstration of competence, resourcefulness, and excellence. It is a proclamation that goes beyond simple tactical victories, establishing you as a sage navigating the intricate tapestry of conflict. This approach suggests that you are not a passive observer, but an active participant, strategically maneuvering pieces to achieve the desired results. The skill of a wise person is to turn everything that happens to his benefit. This sage advice encourages looking beyond immediate circumstances, encouraging people to turn problems into opportunities and adversity into stepping stones toward progress. Thus, outwitting the enemy becomes an act of wisdom, turning the tide of conflict in one's favor and demonstrating the resilience of the human spirit. By outsmarting your opponent, you can avoid unnecessary risks, overcome difficult obstacles, and achieve the results you want. You can also surprise them, confuse them, or impress them. You can make them respect you, admire you, or fear you. By outsmarting your opponent, you can also prove your competence, resourcefulness, and superiority. You can show that you are not a fool, but a wise man. You can show that you are not a pawn, but a player. You can show that you are not a loser, but a winner. Seventh, love them. In the deep desire to neutralize hostility without resorting to physical combat, the seventh and final strategy is to harness the transformative power of love. This involves using kindness, compassion, and benevolence as tools for change. It is an approach that goes beyond traditional ideas about conflict resolution by encouraging people to wish well to their opponents, to act kindly, and to actively promote their personal growth. Loving your enemy is an alchemical process that can transform hostility into understanding, heal wounds, and even set you on the path to redemption. At the same time, this act of love becomes a profound journey towards self-ascension, self-enrichment, and self-enlightenment. By choosing love over hostility, you not only influence the other person, but also raise yourself to a higher level of consciousness and moral fortitude. The transformative power of love extends beyond interpersonal relationships. It is the power that can turn adversaries into friends, opponents into allies, and conflicts into opportunities for cooperation. Through genuine expressions of love, you create an environment in which relationships can be restored, alliances created, and partnerships flourish. By choosing love as a response to hostility, you also affirm your humanity, divinity, and inherent beauty. This act demonstrates that you rise above base instincts, embodying a divine quality that transcends conflict. The best way to avenge yourself is not to be like that. This profound statement challenges the idea of revenge as a solution, calling on people to rise above the cycle of hatred and embrace higher standards of behavior based on love and compassion. By respecting your enemy, you can also express your humanity, divinity, and beauty. You can show that you are not a beast, but God. By applying these 7 ways to eliminate hostility without resorting to physical combat, Stoic philosophy offers a profound roadmap for not only overcoming external opponents, but also, more importantly, for defeating enemies within oneself. The essence of Stoicism is to destroy the enemy within yourself, paving the way for a better version of yourself to emerge. Through conscious choices to understand, ignore, forgive, outsmart, and ultimately love, you break down the barriers to your connection to virtue, wisdom, and happiness. If you resonate with these timeless teachings, we invite you to like, comment, and subscribe to become part of a community dedicated to exploring the depths of wisdom and virtue. Thank you for watching. Until next time.